The lizard that hunts like a wolf. Ever wondered what happens when a lizard behaves like a wolf? It sounds wild, right? Imagine walking through a steamy jungle at dusk, surrounded by the sounds of the wild. You think of big cats or wolves lurking in the shadows, but what if the hunter creeping up behind you has scaly skin and a long tail? In fact, on some small Indonesian islands, the biggest lizard on Earth has earned a strange reputation. Could it really hunt in a pack like wolves do? What on earth is going on? Let's dive into the unbelievable story of the Komodo dragon, the lizard that hunts like a wolf. You'll hear how it outsmarts prey, teams up in groups, and even outruns humans. It's hard to believe, but the Komodo dragon is massive. These monsters can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh around 300 pounds. That makes it the biggest lizard in the world. You might imagine a dragon from fairy tales, and that's exactly what the locals did. They called it a land crocodile or even a giant monitor lizard. These dragons live only on a few hot, dusty Indonesian islands. There's no ice or freezing cold weather here, just dry forests and savanna. In this small world, Komodo dragons rule as top hunters. In fact, biologists say they have the smallest home of any large predator in the world. Because of their size and strength, they dominate their island homes. You could call them the jungle bosses. Just like wolves are the top hunters of the snowy plains, Komodo dragons are the apex predators on their islands. What do they eat? Pretty much anything they can catch. Wild boar, deer, even water buffalo, plus birds, smaller lizards, eggs, and yes, sometimes even other Komodos. Think of a deer walking by. A dragon might sprint out of hiding, take a big bite, and bring it down. They ambush their prey. With powerful legs and razor teeth, they're like a bulldozer chasing a car. Because they eat so much, these dragons have very keen noses. They can smell dead meat from far away, up to about 5 miles. Now comes the crazy part. Komodo dragons sometimes hunt together in packs. Yes, just like wolves or lions, they team up. Scientists have actually seen this happen. Wild researchers have noted that Komodos exhibit group hunting behavior and cooperate with one another to take down big prey. Picture it. A few huge dragons are quietly sneaking toward a water buffalo. Suddenly, one rushes in from the left, another from the right, and another jumps on the rear. The poor buffalo is surrounded on all sides. This kind of teamwork maximizes their chances of a successful kill. This is shocking because most reptiles are loners, but Komodos go against the reptile rules. Wildlife experts say their group hunts are unrivaled in the reptile world. Basically, they act like a wolf pack of dragons. Think of how wolves work together. One wolf flushes prey out, another blocks an escape, and all join in. Komodos do something similar. It's as if a bunch of hungry dragons join forces, especially when the meal is too big for one dragon to handle alone. This pack hunting style explains the saying, hunts like a wolf. Komodos have been known to hunt in large packs and bring down large prey. You might wonder, why do they do this? Well, on the islands, prey like deer and buffalo can be very big. A single dragon might not kill a big animal easily, so working together makes sense. Also, once the animal is down, the group can share the spoils. It's teamwork at its scaliest, and it keeps each dragon fed and alive. If wolves lived in a world of giant reptiles, they'd be proud of these Komodo dragons. How does a top predator hunt? Komodo dragons use speed and surprise. They are masters of ambush. They'll hide in tall grass or behind rocks and wait silently for hours. When the time is right, they burst out and sprint. These dragons can actually run up to 12 miles per hour in short bursts. Imagine a 300-pound lizard suddenly accelerating after you. It would give anyone the chills. The dragons use that speed to pounce on prey before it even has a chance to react. Once they strike, it's over fast. The Komodo uses its strong tail to knock the victim off balance and its sharp claws to dig in. Wolves rely on jaws and coordination, but Komodos have a secret weapon in their mouths. Komodos have special venom glands in their jaws. When they bite, they inject a mild venom, along with nasty bacteria. Even if the prey manages to escape the first bite, the venom and infection quickly weaken it. Scientists once observed Komodos killing prey in less than 30 minutes. Unlike vipers that track wounded animals for hours, the dragon's method is shock and awe. In its saliva lurk painful bacteria and toxins that make the bite deadly. Biologists discovered that when a Komodo bites, its victim's bloodstream gets flooded with anticoagulants and other toxins. The wound becomes a trap, and the prey starts to weaken, even from faraway bites. The wolf and the dragon side by side. Let's compare our lizard to its canine cousin, the wolf, and see what's similar and different in simple terms. Wolves are known for teamwork, endurance running, and howling at the moon. Komodo dragons have their own version of teamwork, sudden sprints, and hissing in the sun. Both are the top of their food chain, but each rules its world differently. Wolves literally run in packs, like family groups. Komodos also form groups when it's helpful, although they don't have tight family units. It's more like a temporary hunting club. Wolves often chase prey over long distances. Komodos prefer short bursts. Imagine a race. The wolf might tire, but the Komodo wins the foot race and gets a head start with its bite. Both use stealth. Wolves sneak in packs. Dragons hide alone or with buddies until it's time to strike. Wolves bite hard and hold on. Komodos also bite hard, but add a twist. Their saliva is like a nasty secret weapon. If wolves had venom on their teeth, maybe they'd be just as sinister as a dragon. In effect, Komodo bites are like wolf bites on steroids. Scientists found that what was once called bacteria in saliva is actually active venom in the glands. So a drag-once-bitten animal is in big trouble. Wolves have great hearing and smell too. Dragons have a sense of smell superpower for detecting carrion, dead animals, from super far. It's like a wolf's nose, but dialed up to max on the cheese. Wolves roam forests, mountains, Arctic tundra. Komodos roam tropical islands. One screams under the moon, the other sizzles under the sun. Both are agile in their home. Wolves can jump streams. Komodos can swim oceans. So while one is furry and one is scaly, both have converged on similar hunting styles. In simple terms, where wolves use lungs and legs, Komodos use jaws and genes. Each is perfectly built for its lifestyle. Why does it matter that Komodos hunt like wolves? For one, it shows how creative and surprising nature can be. This is nature's real-life twist, a reptilian wolf. It reminds us that animals can't always be put in neat little boxes. Who knew a lizard could borrow tricks from a mammal? Also, Komodo dragons are super important to their island homes. Being the biggest predator, they keep the balance in check, eating sick or weak animals or cleaning up leftovers as scavengers. This keeps the ecosystem healthy, just like wolves do in Yellowstone. If the dragon disappeared, the island's animal world would go out of balance. Think of them as the island's zookeepers, deciding who gets to eat whom. Sadly, Komodo dragons are endangered, partly because there's limited habitat and people sometimes hunt their food, domestic animals, or the dragons themselves. They only live on 4 islands. That means if those few islands change a lot, these dragons could disappear. It's a good reminder. If we want to keep our wolf lizard in the wild, we have to help protect its home. That's why there's a national park named after Komodo Island to give these giants a safe habitat. For now, though, the Komodo's future is safe enough that you can still think about this wolf hunter. In zoos and wildlife parks around the world, people get to see Komodos and learn about them. Maybe one day science will let us see even more of their secret meetings. Who wouldn't want to peek at a dragon pack on a hunt? Now you know the incredible tale of the lizard that hunts like a wolf. It lives in a magical place where scavenger and predator meet, where dragons tread where wolves cannot, and where kids, and grown-ups, can learn that the wild world always holds surprises. Next time you see a nature show or read about Komodos, remember, those reptilian eyes might just hide the spirit of a pack-hunting wolf. And who knows, maybe one day in a dream or a story, you'll hear a dragon howl. Because on those Indonesian islands, science says it could happen.